Hello student, today in our chapter discussion we will learn about solenoid. So in our earlier discussion we have seen that a current carrying conductor produce magnetic field and we can design the current carrying conductor in various shape. For example, a straight current carrying conductors, and here the direction of magnetic field is something like that, isn't it? Second type of arrangement can be a circular loop of this form. You can arrange your wire, conducting wire in this form. So here also we have seen like that. Okay, and above this we can make our conductor of this shape also, current flowing in this direction. Now see me, when the conductor is arranged in this way, what will be the direction of magnetic field line? It is very much difficult because you see in each turn the direction of current is changing. Now when your conductor is arranged in this shape is called solenoid. So solenoid is a long coil of insulated copper wire wrapped in many circular turn in the shape of a cylinder. When current pass through it, it creates a nearly uniform magnetic field inside. Solenoid can convert electric current into mechanical action, and the magnetic field within the solenoid depend upon the current and the density of turn of the coil. That means when you make a solenoid, if the number of wrapping is more inside that solenoid, the magnetic field will be stronger. If current flowing is more, that means instead of one battery, if you are putting 10 battery dry cell, then what happen? The strength of magnetic field will be very high. So this is a symmetric diagram of a solenoid, and you can see that as a whole the solenoid act like a bar magnet. You see, one end of the solenoid is connected to the positive terminals of the battery, and the wire which is connected to the positive terminals will act as south pole, and the wire that is connected to the negative terminals of the battery will act as north pole. And inside the solenoid, as you can see, the magnetic field line are shown as a straight line. That's why the region enclosed inside the solenoid have uniform magnetic field line, and magnetic field line or magnetic force inside the solenoids moves from south pole to north pole, just like bar magnet, whereas outside the solenoid the magnetic field line is directed from the north pole to the south pole. Now another interesting thing regarding a solenoid is that when the polarity is when the direction of flow of current is changed, the polarity of the solenoid also change. That means the south pole will act like north pole and north pole will act like south pole. Now as long as the current is passing through the solenoid, it will act like a bar magnet, and when the current is off, it become a ordinary wire. Now what is the special things about making the wire in the shape of solenoid? It has a great advantage, and the most important is that inside the solenoid, if you place a soft iron, then what happen? It gain a temporarily magnetic property. That means it become a temporary magnet, which is very much useful. Now the property by which a magnetic substance like iron, especially the soft iron, convert into magnet by the passage of electricity is called electromagnet. So, in another term, a temporary magnet produced by the use of electric current is called electromagnet. And how it is made? It is made with the help of solenoid. You see, it should be actually bar, not bat. When a soft iron is placed inside the solenoid and current is passed through it, the iron behaves like a bar magnet. And the strength of this electromagnet depend on the following factors: the number of turn of the coil, the amount of current flowing through it, and the length of the air gap between the poles. Now, what are the uses of electromagnet? Now, you see, electromagnet means you are making something magnet for temporarily. That means uh, now for 5 minutes it behave just like a magnet, and all of a sudden it become a simple. Means, take the example of a iron. How it is, if your iron you say behave like magnet, it will behave like magnet, and as soon as you say okay off, it off. What will be the use? You see the great uses are there. You can see in the figure one crane is there. So in medical science it is used. Magnetic levitation train, in the figure what train you have seen, they are not attached to the bar which you can see, thus they are floating there. And the second downside which you see, it is a crane. What happen, it has a very big magnetic substance which is hanging down. That is not exactly magnet. When switch is on, current flow, it behave like a magnet. With the help of it, what happen, they carry all the metallic garbage, sometime car from the no parking zone they used to pick up. And you see, since it is magnet, when it is kept on the car will be pull up. But what you will do if it is permanent magnet? You cannot remove the car from the magnet. But since it is a electromagnet, as soon as you off the passage of current, it become ordinary iron. The car is left. So this is the use of electromagnet. Okay. Now our next topic is very important, and that is we are going to learn how the force acting on a current carrying conductor can be used in our practical purpose. That is, we have a very interesting rule which is called Fleming left hand rule. Now, before going to the Fleming left hand rule, let us have an experiment. You see in the figure, very nicely a setup is given. What magnet you see, it is called horseshoe magnet or U-shaped magnet. You have a clamp where very special arrangement is made. You see a conducting wire is there, flexible joint, from a flexible joint a conducting straight wire is there, and downside as you can see clearly you have a plate. Okay, a rectangular plate is there where you have mercury, liquid mercury. One end of the plate is connected to the negative terminals of the battery, that is fixed, and upon the clamp you see one wire. This wire you can see, this wire is there, it is not tight. Okay, it is just touching the mercury. Now mercury is a good conductor of electricity, that is why when you on the switch, current will flow, making a complete circuit. Now exactly what will happen here? Let's see step by step. So inside this U-shaped magnet, mercury bar is set. The wire touches the two ends of the mercury. Now see the direction of magnetic field, as we know it is from North Pole to South Pole. Okay, we know this. We have conducted some experiment also. So this is the direction of magnetic field line, and direction of the current already you have seen from up to down, because connected to the positive terminals of the battery. Now in what is happening, the direction of the current, electric current downside and direction of magnetic field this side, making 90 degree to each other. So the direction of electric current and the direction of magnetic force is perpendicular to each other. Now exactly what will happen when current is passed through it? Okay, the conductor will produce magnetic field, and there is already a magnetic field which is produced by the U-shaped magnet. Now you see exactly what is happening. The magnetic field which is produced, or magnetic force which is produced by this U-shaped magnet, is these directions. The direction of the current is in these directions, and magnetic field which is produced due to this conductor, it will apply a force on the wire, and that applied force will be in the forward direction, due to which the wire will be pushed forward. You are getting the point? You can apply the right hand thumbs rule in this current carrying conductor, whose direction is from up to down, and you will come to know what is the direction of the force. You see, this is the direction of the current. By applying the right hand thumbs rule, you will see that your curled finger is in this directions. So what happened? The force acting on this conductor is forward directions. So what happened? The wire, the conducting wire, will move in forward directions. It will come out from the mercury liquid. Again, it will go back, and as soon as it will touch the mercury, again current will flow, again same process will happen, and you will see that continuously the wire is moving to and fro. So this is a practical thing that happened when current is passing through a certain setup. Okay, and what you need to know is that what is the direction of the force which is produced. So we can find the direction of the force which is acting on the carrying conductor with the help of Fleming left hand rules, which says that when your forefinger, middle finger and thumb of left hand are stitches such a way that they are perpendicular to each other, and if your forefinger point in the direction of magnetic field, middle finger point toward the direction of current, then thumb will indicate the direction of force acting on the conductor. Let's see once again exactly what is happening. In this diagram, you see the direction of your current is this, okay, and direction of your magnetic field which is produced by this U-shaped magnet is this. Then in which direction the force will be acting on the conductor? So according to Fleming left hand rule, it will be in the outward directions. So you see, you arrange your finger in such a way that your forefinger in this setup only, let your forefinger indicate. You see, the forefinger is indicating the direction of magnetic field, and your middle finger is pointing toward the direction of current. Then according to your setup of your hand, your middle finger will point outward of the horseshoe magnets. That will be the direction of the force acting on the current carrying conductor. Okay, so that's tells or help we get from Fleming left hand rule. So once again, Fleming left hand rule, in order to understand properly, you take your left hand, forefinger, middle finger and thumbs, okay, stretch them perpendicular to each other. Now you can do it like that. Suppose if this is your okay, once again let's go to our setup. If this is your thumb, this is your middle finger, and this is your forefinger, what you have to do is, thumb you indicate by F, which will indicate the direction of magnetic force. Forefinger, you give it the short name B, magnetic field, and middle finger I. So your shortcut is FBI. Okay. So it will help you to memorize your Fleming left hand rule very easily. Now left hand stretch forefinger, middle finger, and thumbs perpendicular to each other. Now, if the forefinger indicate the direction of magnetic field and if middle finger indicate the direction of current, then your thumb will indicate the direction of force which is experienced by the conductor. This is Fleming left hand rule, and in short, to know the directions you have to use this alphabet FBI. F, force acting on the conductor, that is your thumb. B, magnetic field, direction of magnetic field, which will be indicated by the forefinger, and middle finger I, which will indicate your current. Okay, I hope you understood this. Thank you.